When you go to vote in April, you'll see a constitutional amendment on your ballot.
You'll get a chance to vote on how bail is determined in Wisconsin. And new this week, we have details on what that will look like. Political reporter Will Keneally is here to explain.
That's right. So we have cash bail in Wisconsin. Right now, it's just to make sure that a defendant shows up to trial. Now, this amendment would allow judges to raise bail if they think a defendant will cause serious harm to the community. But what exactly does serious harm mean? We're getting a clear picture with a bill that is up for debate this week.
January, Representative Duco and I promised that we'd have a trailer bill or a sunrise bill would be coming allowing the proposed constitutional amendment to be effective if ratified by voters. So this is that bill.
These are the specifics that were promised when the legislature was putting the bail reform amendment on the April ballot. They want voters to approve a change, allowing judges to consider when setting bail a defendant's past convictions of violent crimes and whether they pose a threat of serious harm to the community. You won't see any definitions of those on the ballot, but we now know what those mean.
For the purpose of bail, we developed a definition of serious harm by evaluating the many existing statutory definitions of harm.
The lawmakers are pulling from other definitions of harm, like physical harm, mental anguish, or significant property damage. Any risk of those, and judges would be able to raise the cash amount of bail.
There are studies over and over and over again that demonstrate that this so-called common sense connection between the gravity of the charged offense and what's necessary to assure appearance, that those two things don't connect.
Some advocates say tying bail to cash creates a two-tier justice system for those who have money and those who don't.
I'm not even going to call it the justice system. I'm going to call it the punishment system.
I think you will find that the process we went through to develop these definitions was thorough and thoughtful.
So the Assembly Judiciary Committee is poised to approve the bill tomorrow, and it could be sent to the governor's desk before the April election.